There it is. I was wondering what it was, people. I was like, Chris, oh, he has to snap out of it. What's going on, man? They must have dolled him up. And he's like, I got this cup. I thought this was one of the better primaries, especially for the price points that we're seeing around. If you can choose between the two primaries, which one would you go for?
I'm taking this one.
All right. Welcome back to More FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the team, the Knockout King. Chris, how are you, brother?
I'm doing great, brother. It's been a few weeks since we've been on, so I'm pretty excited.
Good, man. I'm glad to have you on. You sound good. It sounds like you have some microphone going on the other side of that camera.
Yeah. Hey,
listen,
we stepping it up now.
I love it. Listen, for everybody out there, welcome to Florida. Look at those sunshine. Look at the sunshine and rainbows out there, man. This is like prime summertime Florida, but we're going to be doing a community breakdown for you. We're in the Wellness Way area in Clermont. We're going to talk about location, the process of this builder, a little bit of history, et cetera, et cetera. Chris, take them home.
Absolutely, brother. So we are in the Ridgeview community. It's in the Wellness Way area. We're going to be covering Trinity Family Builders. They are a semi-custom builder, in our book, a level 3 builder. But we just want to remind you, before you get to the end of this video and go ahead and contact the builder, because there is going to be a ton of value that we present here, reach out to us before you go and reach out to the builder.
Yeah, so because we shout it out all the time, we kind of use it as a quick term on our team, right? Level 1 is more of the value builder, the entry-level builder. Everything is predetermined, usually geared to get people in at affordable price points, right? Your DRs, your Lennars, the list goes on. Level 2 is when you can start to select certain packages, right? So a good example is a builder has maybe 4 different packages inside of their model home, and they're just like, okay, if you want this home, you can choose this package, which gets you granite A and countertop B. Level 3 is when you start to do those structural changes. Typically, you can go into the design studio, right? Semi-custom. It's as custom as you can get until you start to go full-blown custom, which I don't think we've shown full-blown custom on the channel. We've gotten very, very close. There are some builders out there where there are some clients we've helped out with full custom, but level 3, you can definitely put some structural touches on your home.
Absolutely. And this community is going to be for those that have been looking at real estate in Winter Garden, that have been looking at real estate in the Clermont area, and they understand that the Olympus project is coming soon. They've got Horizon West that's going to be minutes away with Schofield Road opened up, and they're opening up other infrastructure. So this community could be of value for you. If you're looking for a community that's already established, that's approaching closeout, and you don't want to deal with the nuances of construction, this is a potential community for you. Even if you're looking for a community that's got amenities, but you don't have to pay for it because within this community you have no CDD.
Bingo.
This could be.
I was waiting on that one. I was like, where's the no CDD, man? That's what I'm ding, 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 ding. 100%, dude. So like, it's so tough to find amenities. Just call it a pool, right? Because walking trails, like what you see sidewalks everywhere you go, right? Sometimes they'll say like a play park. It'll just be a little hot slide in the sun. But the pool is what most people in Florida are looking for. To find that with no CDD, extremely tough to do, let alone in the Clermont area. What is the HOA out here? What's the price of that?
The HOA is only $93 a month. So $93 a month are your fees. You don't have to worry about the CDD fees, because usually with CDD fees, we have some of our clients, they ask us, they're like, hey, like, can that go up? And there's really no yes or no answer. It's not straightforward. We know and understand that usually with the communities, they assess it every year, and they have to take in consideration the maintenance of those amenities, the pool and stuff like that. So maybe the operations and maintenance side of it can go up. But when you buy into a community that there's no CDD, that's peace of mind, something you don't even have to worry about.
Yeah, I will say this too, right? Because the fact that we don't work for any builder gives us the opportunity to give people some honesty. When I first started selling in this community, back when it was Pulte and Land-C homes, the HOA was like $79 a month. So it's crept up a little bit over the last few years, but it stayed under $100. I don't know how high it could potentially get, but all in all, just a very low HOA for you saw the pool, right? Let me show everybody location-wise where we're at, okay? Here's Ridgeview, here's Lakeland, here is Orlando, Apopka. Here's Clermont, okay? Here's Highway 27, a major corridor that has been growing and becoming a lot more busy, right? You can go from Polk to Interstate I-4 all the way up into Lake County. Right around the corner from your community, 7 minutes away, you do have a Publix there. A big draw to the Ridgeview community is you're 27 minutes away from Disney, which is pretty neat. 38 minutes to Universal, and 45 minutes to, that's not Evermore, I'm sorry, I just clicked on something else, to Epic Universe here. And about 47 minutes to the Orlando International Airport. Now, you were talking about the Olympus project, all right? I want to just brush over that really, really quickly, because right now, let's just say there was no such thing as the Olympus project. Ridgeview is kind of in the middle of no man's land. When you're driving through Highway 27, you see a lot of orange groves, a lot of like wildlife and nature. There's a big national park over here across the street, but everybody is kind of building over here because they're prepping for the Olympus project to come, right? There's going to be a sports campus, Olympic trail system, resorts, hotels, medical office. There's going to be an area where a lot of Olympic athletes are going to be able to train, live, eat, do all of that cool stuff. So we're kind of banking on that, I would say, when it comes to this community, right? Because look around you. This is a national park here, but that's kind of what the drive looks like when you're driving up to Ridgeview, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're banking on everything that's coming with the Olympus project because there's nearby communities like Walnut Ridge with Lennar. There's Parkside Trails with Pulte, which we'll be doing a community breakdown soon. So look out for that. All those amenities are going to factor in, like having a fitness center and stuff like that. And, those are fees that you're going to be paying. But
Yeah.
banking on the Olympus project coming with you being able to have access to fitness centers and stuff like that, at least you know and understand that you can control that. I can get a membership and choose to pay for that. I don't have to pay for that through my HOA and CDD fees when you buy into a community like Ridgeview that gets you the pool that you want and need. And you don't have to necessarily worry about the fitness center. But, as you showed Schofield Road, there's F45 gym that's going to be at Horizon West, which is about a 15-minute drive. So if you love to do hit workouts and stuff like that, F45 is a great option. That's going to be 15 to 20-minute drive. But again, it just gives you that flexibility that you want and need that allows you to buy into an area where there's so much development, and it puts you in a position to just grow equity, which everyone strives for when purchasing real estate.
One thing about Ridgeview, one thing about Clermont and Highway 27, right? And hence the word Ridgeview inside of the community. You are actually on a ridge, and it pushes all the way up into Mineola and beyond.
Mhm.
You are going to have a lot of topography in your community, a lot of hills. So you're going to see retaining walls and undulation inside of the community, which gives it, I feel like, a little more character than those flat surfaced kind of communities that you might see. Let's see if we can get a look at it at this turn here. There it is. So this is actually a really big hill over here. I know it's dark. I'm sorry to do that to you guys. But if you're somebody that just doesn't want the flats kind of boring looking community, this is definitely something for you. And it might give you a little bit of peace of mind when it comes to raining, storming, that sort of thing, for at least for our people. So
Yeah, absolutely. And to dive into a little bit with Trinity Family Builders, they are a family-owned company. They were established in 2024, but this is a family-owned company that has done other companies in the past. Most recently, like Hanover, which was acquired by Lancy Homes. And the plan always was for them to make a return to Ridgeview. So they're currently selling in phase 5. So this community is approaching closeout. They have just shy of 60 home sites available, including some quick move-in inventory where they're doing some phenomenal deals. And just so you know, this is a level 3 product, semi-custom, that allows you to do some structural changes to a limitation, but you're gonna have 40-foot home sites and 50-foot home sites, and you have price points ranging anywhere from $500,000 to $700,000, and the value is really in what the base price is and everything that you're getting within this home, which you'll see soon with some of the models that I walk through.
yeah, let's take a look at a model. We can always talk more about the process, right? Here's the Hayden model.
Yeah.
One thing that pops off the screen because I believe I would have to go back and look. I don't know if they were doing 3-car garages. I don't know if Lancy was doing 3-car garages out here. And correct
Mhm.
me if I'm wrong. If you've seen some established 3-car garages, let me know. But that's the first thing that pops off the screen to me.
Mhm.
It looks like they're doing pavers. I'm actually just interested in seeing what the inside looks like. But talk to us about the product that they're putting out.
Absolutely. So the product that they're putting out, all I can describe and share with you is the way that I felt while walking through these floor plans. Those of you that have we've looked at homes together, or maybe you've been going out and taking a look at homes without representation. The way that I felt while walking through these homes is that nothing was compromised. What I mean is, like, sometimes we can look at these floor plans. You might get like a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2,000 square feet, but they give you an option to convert it to a 3-bedroom with a flex space for an office, but you're converting one of the bedrooms. And with this floor plan that we're currently walking through, this is a Hayden floor plan. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 3-car garage. But the unique thing with this is that they give you a flex space structural option that actually allows you to increase the square footage without compromising the bedrooms. So just knowing, like, for me, I felt like every bedroom was spacious, every open area was spacious, the flex space was spacious, which is a beautiful office which you'll see towards the back of this home. But like that's really what I felt, and I feel like Trinity Family Builders really took into account. We want to present a product that's different. We want to present something that to give families like yourself that are watching options to do semi-custom things without breaking the bank.
Let's talk as we go through this. We have another floor plan that we want to show everybody, right? But I think this is the part of the show that really brings the value, right? I think we can shout out the numbers, we can shout out, when Trinity Family Builders was founded and what they want to do, right? But you're saying level 3 product at an affordable price point. That's what they're trying to do, right? Especially for this area where we know things could get expensive. Like, what are the
Mhm.
comparables around this community as far as price
All
point
right.
wise, and where does this line up at?
So to keep it fairly simple, the Hayden floor plan, it's a 4-bed, 2-bath, anywhere from 2,000 to 2,100 square feet. The comparable floor plan is going to be Parkside Trails with Pulte. They have a floor plan that's called the Garnett, which is going to be spot on with square footage, with bedroom counts and whatnot. And the price point difference there is about $10,000 to $20,000 in the base price alone. But with that being said, you do have the option of adding that structural change so you don't compromise the bedrooms, where when you go through the Garnett and some of the floor plans with Pulte, there are some compromises there and maybe a little bit more limitations when you take into consideration the layouts of the homes.
Now, obviously, like, you help a lot of clients out here in this area. You've done your due
Mhm.
diligence on looking at these comparables. Like, on average, what are you seeing? Because that was like a particular floor plan that you saw.
Yes.
But on average, what are we seeing in savings from Ridgeview to Parkside Trails?
Absolutely. So this was the simplicity of $10,000 to $20,000, which doesn't seem like a massive thing,
Yeah.
but there's some floor plans like we're going to show with you some two stories that the base price difference is $100,000.
Wow.
So
Okay.
take into consideration that we're looking at a level three product through and through when you compare it to Ridgeview with Trinity Family Builders and Parkside Trails. And there is about $100,000 difference in some of the homes. So they average anywhere from $60,000 to $70,000 price difference in base price when you compare the homes with the square footage. And not only that, but on average with Trinity Family Builders, people are spending anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 in the design studio.
Okay.
So imagine being able to design a home, and you're probably going to get to the base price of what Pulte is currently providing with Parkside Trails. And
Very
then when
true.
you factor in the fact that within this community, the tax rate is 1.15, which is pretty low.
Yeah.
And then you factor in that you don't have no CDD. I believe that when you structure your home specifically tailored towards maximizing savings, you're going to notice a massive difference in savings from a monthly perspective or just a total out of pocket when you compare it to a similar product with Parkside Trails.
So, being somebody that has sold Lancy, our team has sold quite a bit with Lancy over the last year. This flex space in the back corner, this is land. This to me gives Lancy vibes. I don't know how,
Yeah.
who, what, when, where, but Lancy was. They had I think it was like a Sebastian or something. They used to do a floor plan like this. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see that they're still keeping some of that because a lot of people gravitated towards that floor plan there. But it looks like they've definitely done some different things inside of this community here.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And with it being phase five, everything is pretty established within the community. They have just under 60 home sites. You could do a 2B build from the ground up, and you can take advantage of some of their quick move-in inventory. When they have standard builds like quartz countertops, 42-inch cabinets, crown molding, these standard product comes with a lot.
Yeah.
It comes with a ton of value. It comes so maybe you don't need to go to the design studio and go crazy, but just know and understand that through and through, if you're looking for a level three product, that is only going to be if you design it to a T and you don't overspend in the design studio on things that may not retain value in the long term where you're looking to sell, you're only going to be a few, maybe even 30, $40,000 more expensive than Wellness Ridge, which is Lennar. And Lennar is a pre-designed, everything is predetermined. You can't do
Yeah.
anything within that community.
Yeah.
So imagine being able to invest a little bit more into a level three product that's right down the road compared to a level one product.
Yeah, and the other thing about Ridgeview, when you compare it to Wellness Ridge, is you don't have the townhomes. You don't have like the attached homes, right? You have single family homes. So I think you're going to have less people inside of the community. One of the things that I really wanted to keep an eye on was the through traffic because I knew that they were going to be doing these later or these developments. Like this is stage 5 that we're in right now as far as the development.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep,
So like I was
absolutely.
wondering if there was going to be through traffic all the way to Wellness Ridge.
Mm.
Yeah, Wellness Ridge, or if it stopped in the back over there. Do you know if it connected all the way in the back to Wellness Ridge? If you go through Ridgeview from 27 and shoot through the community, could you make it all the way through now or no?
Yes,
You
you
can.
can.
Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely.
Something to note, people. I always like to show
Yeah.
our people the realness of it. But yeah, that's something to
Yeah.
definitely know. And the reason I bring that up is not me necessarily picking the community apart. Is I have clients that are asking these questions. I have clients that bought in it with the thought of, hey, this could potentially be something one day where there could be
Mhm.
some through traffic. So that's something that we might want to keep an eye on for our future people for sure.
You have Lake Louisa State Park that's right across the street. So
Yeah.
if you're an avid person that likes to be outdoor, go hiking, boating, stuff like that, that's going to be conveniently right across the street from your community. But if you drive through the community to the back, it's Schofield Road, and there's a back entrance to the community. So you can get on Schofield Road, you can make a right, you can drive probably like 3-4 miles, and you hit Winter Garden,
Yep.
Horizon West area.
Here you are.
So
Here's Schofield Road right here. Now, my thought
mhm,
was, yes, it does connect through. Okay, cool. So they
mhm,
didn't have about a year ago all of this developed out yet, and it wasn't connected. But now what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying. This connection
yeah,
right here. So I wonder. But they've done such a good job right here with this entrance.
mhm,
I don't think people
yeah.
would take this road through the community. I really don't. But it's something to keep
Mhm.
in mind. Something to keep an eye on for sure.
It depends on where you're trying to go. If you want to go up and throughout, there's more infrastructure that's coming that's going to give you different options. But that's what people are looking for,
Yeah.
especially when you factor in different pockets of Orlando where there's quote unquote congestion and there's not many back roads. There's not ways to navigate, so you're stuck in traffic. I mean, I believe that's what many of our clients that bought into Ridgeview were hoping for in the long term, was that there's going to be options to be able to navigate around. So now knowing that Schofield Road is open and the back part of the community is open, you can get on 27 that can take you straight to Davenport or even further down south, or you
Yeah.
can even go up north and go into Groveland. And there's a lot of development going on with downtown Clermont, downtown Groveland.
Yeah.
Like those are, it's just convenience. And I feel like that's what many people that are buying into this community would be looking for. They're looking for convenience as far as getting around. They're looking for the convenience of understanding that they're buying into a community that is, for the most part, approaching closeout. So they don't have to deal with construction anymore. They don't have to deal with the nuances of roads being cluttered up with construction vehicles and stuff like that. Being able to have the convenience to have access to Schofield Road that's going to connect you to Horizon West, and be able to have access to all the fun things that you can do over there, like Pop Stroke, which is currently
You've
under
been to Pop Stroke,
construction.
right? Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
is a lefty. He's a
absolutely.
lefty putter. So you're a lefty putter, right? You're a southpaw boxer. You're a lefty putter, right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
yeah, he putts backwards, right? He's one of those guys on the golf course who are like, hey, you're holding that thing backwards. No, but yeah, we went to Pop Stroke a few months back. Remember that?
that's right. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Good time.
I'm not. You see, Pop Stroke, it's you're putting, so I'm safe there. But if you take me to Top Golf and everything like that, you're gonna be making fun of me. There might be some videos on our Instagram where, look at this guy. Don't know what he's doing. I need somebody out there. I need one of our clients that they know how to play golf. I need you guys to teach me. Teach me
Dude, if you
something.
want to learn how to golf, you just let us know, man. We'll get you right. He's just saying he's trying to win your guys' heart out there. Okay, he's trying to win your guys' heart. All right, so
Yeah,
we're
for sure.
taking a look at a different floor plan. We're upstairs. For everybody
Mhm.
out there, when we go through these tours, like look at the finishes, look at the spacing. Right, we can't show you every single floor plan within one episode, but was this the one with the primary that was, or is it the gym? This is
No,
the
this is the one
Sims.
that has an actual gym inside of the primary bathroom, which is pretty cool. But
Okay.
um, I think the one with, look, those of you that are considering a semi-custom home that you don't want, I said earlier, like, you don't want any compromises. Like, the Wakiva floor plan has a massive primary bathroom with a massive primary bedroom, and the loft is spacious. I mean, every single space has been carefully designed, where you got the dual sinks and the guest bathrooms upstairs. You've got the water closet, like those little miscellaneous details that those that are investing 500, 600, $700,000, they want to take that into consideration and know that they don't even have to do any structural changes moving forward. I feel like with the options that you can get within this home, you can really, really, really get a ton of value when it comes to the money that you're spending, and especially with knowing that it's approaching closeout and is on select floor plans about $100,000 less than a nearby community. You're going to be set up for success in the long term when you're looking to build equity when comparing it to nearby homes that are being built.
So definitely, right? From what I'm hearing from you, it's a mixture of great floor plans or better floor plans, better price points. So that's kind of what we look for our people. But what are you seeing deal wise out there? Like,
Absolutely.
and I know you're saying there's some move-in readies, $100,000 less than comparables around the corner. But
Mhm.
can you build? If so, like, where's our striking point? What are you seeing out there?
So if you're looking to do a 2B build, they're offering lot premiums anywhere between 14,000 and 28,000. And the lot premiums are 40 foot by 120 foot standard home sites, 50 foot by 120 foot. But knowing that you're only spending 14 to 28,000. That's based off what they're offering.
Sure.
When you hire us, we go through a specific process. If you're looking to do a 2B build, that's one of the things that we take into consideration in our negotiation process. But not only that, with the quick move-in homes, they're presenting the value prices, but they're in a position right now as we speak, as we release this video, they're not doing a ton of sales. And we know that it's a really, really nice product. So there's an opportunity from the concept of leverage, where if you're looking to buy into this community, you can strike a great deal where they're currently offering a 4.99 interest rate for FHA and VA buyers. Conventional buyers, it's about 0.25% higher. They're offering $35,000 in design studio credits for our buyers. And as I said earlier, on average, people are spending $20,000 to $50,000 on average with Trinity Family Builders. So the fact that they're offering 35,000, we understand that just with what they're offering, it's a ton of value when you factor in everything that they're giving and walking through these houses. But when you hire us, we go through a specific process because there is opportunity within these floor plans to get you an amazing deal, no matter which route you go, whether 2B build or taking advantage of the quick move-ins.
All right, so here's the gym for everybody. Want you guys to take a look at that, right? Um, Now, we spoke earlier. This is staged as a gym. It's not a gym. They may call it a gym, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, like this could be somebody's office space. This could be a reading area, which reading
Mhm.
area. I think it'd be more of an office space. Everybody working from home nowadays.
Yes.
But cool to see. This is spacious enough, and I think the
Mhm.
staging is put together to show you the flexibility in the room. It's not like Lancy used to do inside one of their primaries. I think it's on the Sebastian or the Vero floor plan, a little flex
Mhm.
area that's kind of connected to the room. But this one right here shows you it's a lot more spacious. So Trinity, this is what I'm seeing here. I'm
Yeah.
seeing some flavor of Lancy in a
Yeah.
different way. In a different way. So it's almost like we talk about Homes by West Bay on the channel, and them being local, them being from Tampa, and they can adjust to what the market wants quickly. I'm starting to
Yeah.
see that here, right? So I think that they took what Lancy was doing, maybe seeing what was working, what was not, and they've added and changed and made it to, maybe hopefully what the people have been asking for. Hopefully that's what it is.
Exactly. I mean, everything you just said is spot on. That is what Trinity Family Builders, that's what their goal was. And look, you can tell them in the name is Family Builders. If you're looking for an experience that is customer service oriented, all the while hiring representation that's customer service oriented, because although my experience walking through these homes went really well, my experience with speaking with our preferred sales rep went really well. I think they got me when they try to give me one of these
There it
cups.
is. I was wondering what it was, people. I was like, Chris, oh, he has to snap out of it. What's going on, man? They must have dolled him up. And he's like, I got this cup. I got it. Oh, okay, got it. It makes sense.
I was falling for whatever their secret sauce was. I was like, man, they kind of getting me right now. I'm over here like, okay, I'm about to got me wanting to buy one of these homes.
Let me ask you this, right? Like, what as a sales rep, like what would be more valuable to them, right? To help you with one of your clients, or to win you over and help you with all of your clients?
To win us over and help
there you go. So you got so you don't have one cup. You probably have 6 cups. You're just not telling us. I'm telling you, they're trying to win Chris over.
Yes, sir. Exactly. But you know what? That's the experience that you're going to get when you walk through them. But at the end of the day, you know, that's sure. I prefer sales reps going to take into consideration making sure that you have a good experience all the while. But it's good to have representation that's an advocate for you, because we understand that the preferred sales reps that we work with, they have limitations and they do represent the builder. So of course their goal is to provide a customer service oriented experience, but sometimes you have to ask the hard questions. And sometimes maybe you don't want to ask the hard questions because you start to develop a good relationship with the builder, with a sales rep that's within the model. And it's like, oh, I don't want to be difficult to them or anything like that. Sure. That's why you hire representation, because we're going to ask the hard questions. We're going to get down to the bottom of things, and we're going to do what's necessary to just give you peace of mind on making sure that you get the best deal, the best community, the best home that sets you up to win in the short term and the long term. You've heard me say that before, but that is always our goal from the very beginning. We want to set you up to win now and in the future.
Everybody, I want to turn your attentions to this primary right here. Boom, check that out. I thought this was one of the better primaries, especially for the price points that we're seeing around. Mm-hmm. Look at the space that you get. Now, I was talking about Landsea. This is not Landsea's show, but they used to have a seating area inside of their primary in one of their floor plans. Mm-hmm. But it was very narrow and kind of shotgun shaped, right? It was like a long hall. It felt like your room was. This is such a big living area inside of your room. Look at this. Now, I got a question for you, Chris. If you can choose between the two primaries, you had the one that you go through the bathroom and you had your gym, right? Mm-hmm. And you have this one right here. Which one would you go for?
I'm taking this one.
Why?
Because I need the extra space.
You're not going to have the gym, though.
You're not going to have the gym. Let's be realistic. It's on the second floor. I mean, what are the chances you can really do a full workout when you get up at 5 a.m. to work out and your wife's still sleeping? Like,
what are the chances you can't hang a heavy bag in there?
Yeah, no, I don't think that. I think there's some limitations to that. But with this massive primary, I mean, you could set up a desk and office right there. Yeah. And you got that flexibility, but you got a massive primary bedroom. And the bathroom is not compromised either. The closet is not compromised. That's why I said, hit us up, reach out to us if you're looking to buy a semi-custom product at a very affordable price point. And what I say about affordable is we're going to show you the comparables, and you're going to understand, okay, this is a ton of value with what you're getting. Hit us up. Let's hit this community up together, and let me show you these floor plans in person, because you're going to be in shock. And you probably might get a good experience the same way I got. But at the end of the day, I always got to be skeptical, because at the end of the day, we're going to
as he sips his Trinity cup. As he sips it, look, right now, he's like, I got to be a little skeptical. Listen, the best way to reach us, send us an email right above my head right now. team@morefla.com. That's the best way to reach us. Do you have anything else before we hop off?
Hablamos español.
Sí.
Hit us up. You got the phone number. You got the email there. Reach out to us for any questions that you may have. Just know and understand that we're going to ask questions on your behalf. We're going to ask questions that maybe you and your significant other, you and your family probably didn't even think of, because we've got a ton of experience on the team. And when you're hiring the More Affiliate Real Estate team, you are hiring the entire team. And we lean on each other to make sure that we're getting you, again, like I said before, the best community for you and your family, the best home for you and your family, and the best location for you and your family based on what it is that you're looking to achieve.
Man, if you're not subscribed after that, dog, you got some problems. But do us a favor. If you made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.